Webtoon-based K-dramas are not new anymore, but something about the 2026 lineup feels subtly different. Not louder or more hyped, but more assured, as if these adaptations are no longer trying to justify their existence on screen and are instead stepping into that space with confidence. So rather than treating this like a fast-paced countdown, this video takes a slower, more considered look at a few upcoming Webtoon-to-K-drama adaptations, focusing on what kind of stories they are, who is bringing them to life, and why they stand out even before release. First on the list is The Remarried Empress, coming to Disney Plus in the second half of 2026. Based on the widely loved fantasy romance webtoon, The Remarried Empress tells the story of Empress Navier, a woman who refuses to quietly accept betrayal. After her husband, Emperor Sovieshu, divorces her following his affair, Navier makes a bold and public decision to remarry Prince Heinrich of the Western Empire, choosing dignity and self-respect over humiliation. Shin Min-ah plays Empress Navier, with Ju Ji-hoon as Emperor Sovieshu, Lee Jong-suk as the mysterious Prince Heinrich, and Lee Si-young as Rashta, whose rise within the palace disrupts the balance of power. The drama is confirmed as a Disney Plus exclusive and is expected to release in the second half of 2026. What makes this adaptation especially interesting is not just its popularity, but the way it reflects a growing appetite for stories that center power, transformation, and scale. One of the most globally recognized webtoons, Solo Leveling, follows Sung Jin-woo, an E-rank hunter considered the weakest among those protecting humanity from monsters. After surviving a near-death incident, he gains a unique ability that allows him to grow stronger without limits. Byeon Woo-seok has been cast as Sung Jin-woo in Netflix's live-action adaptation. With the animated version dominating the 2025 Crunchyroll Awards, expectations for the drama are already high, although Netflix has not yet announced an official release date. If Solo Leveling represents spectacle and escalation, the next adaptation shifts the focus entirely toward atmosphere, restraint, and psychological tension. Moving on, we have Portraits of Delusion, expected to release in the second half of 2026. Set in 1935, Portraits of Delusion is a period mystery thriller centered around Yoon Il-ho, a painter commissioned to create a portrait of Song Jong-hwa, a woman who has not been seen in public for decades and is surrounded by rumors and secrets. Kim Seon-ho stars as Yoon Il-ho, with Suzy playing the enigmatic Song Jong-hwa. Directed by Han Jae-rim, the series is currently in production and is scheduled to release in the second half of 2026. From slow-burning mystery, the list then moves into much more physical territory, where conflict is expressed through endurance, loyalty, and survival. The next K-drama on this list is Bloodhounds Season 2, returning on Netflix in the second quarter of 2026. Following the success of its first season, Bloodhounds returns with an expanded story that takes Gun-woo and Woo-jin into the world of an international underground boxing league, raising both the physical and emotional stakes. Woo Do-hwan and Lee Sang-yi reprise their roles, while Rain joins the cast as Baek Jong, the ruthless antagonist leading the league. Season 2 is set to premiere on Netflix in the second quarter of 2026. After the intensity of action-driven stories, the tone softens again with a series that has always focused on the inner life rather than external battles. After that comes Yumi Cell's Season 3, currently planned for a 2026 release. Based on the beloved webtoon, Yumi Cells continues the story of Yumi, an ordinary woman whose thoughts and emotions are represented by personified brain cells. Season 3 will focus on Yumi's final romantic chapter, something longtime webtoon readers have been waiting to see. Kim Go-yoon is expected to return as Yumi, with Studio Dragon confirming that production is underway for a 2026 release. Staying within grounded settings, the next adaptation brings the focus back to youth, pressure, and environments that quietly shape behavior. Next up is Study Group Season 2, with the release date yet to be confirmed. Study Group follows Yoon Ga-min, a student gifted in fighting but determined to succeed academically, as he forms a study group in one of the most troubled high schools. The series blends school drama with action and social commentary. Hwang Min-hyun is expected to return for Season 2, which Studio Dragon has confirmed is currently in the early planning stages. And finally, there is one project that has not been officially confirmed yet, but continues to draw attention because of its premise and potential casting. Men of the Harem is a fantasy romance centered on an empress who brings multiple male concubines into her court to protect her throne. The project has generated significant buzz, with casting discussions reportedly involving Suzy, Dex, and Lee Soo-hyuk, and director Lee Young-bok attached to the series. While not officially confirmed yet, it remains one of the most anticipated webtoon adaptations in development. From fantasy romance and action-heavy stories to period mysteries and slice-of-life dramas, these webtoon-based K-dramas highlight just how wide-ranging upcoming adaptations are. If even a few of these live up to expectations, 2026 could be a very strong year for Webtoon-to-K-drama fans.